What up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Delica Day here in the Mitsubishi Delica. Got the, hey Mace, what are we driving today?
The van.
Nice. Did you get a nice poopy done?
No, that was
Just pee? Okay, cool, sweet. We are in the Delica. We are heading up to a place called the Horse Pasture. It's kind of like this off-roading thing. I'll tell you more about it as we get going, but we got Hope and Kyle with us over there in the Jeep, and my mom and dad over here in the Dodge Ram, so we're gonna get going. The horse pasture is not what it sounds like. It's not like a, I don't know, why do they even call it the horse pasture, do you know?
I have no idea.
It's not a horse pasture at all. It's a mountain, you go up a mountain, it's a gravelly, twisty, dirt road, and pretty much anything can handle it. I think one time we took Jesse's Evo all the way to the top, or pretty close to the top. There's a few spots where it's a little sketchy, I guess, for like a car, but I've heard that it's gotten even better now, so we should have no issues going up. But we did bring my dad along, and just in case, some tow straps, in case the Delica decides to get stuck. The rear wheels on the Delica aren't the best. The ones in the front are all-terrain tires with pretty good tread left, but the ones in the back don't have a whole lot of tread left. But the Delica, full-time, well not full-time, but it has true four-wheel drive. Four-wheel drive, high and low, with a locking differential, everything that you would want in a four-wheel drive apocalypse machine. And right now we're on some twisty roads, as you can see, but it's not a whole lot of fun in the Delica. It'd be a lot more fun in the 180 or the GTO, and we'll have to come back up here and do that sometime. But yeah, it should be a good time. It's kind of late in the day. It's already like 3:30, so we'll probably end up getting dark on us on the way down. It's about an hour to the top though once we get to the dirt road. So let's do it. We have started our off-road journey now. We're gonna be heading up. I got the GoPro mounted here. It is on, ready to go. Kyle Ball Jeep Life over there. And we're gonna be heading up in the Delica. He's munching on the Funyuns. Heading up the mountain now. There was a sign that said 4 miles ahead it's closed between a certain amount of dates. And it is in between those certain amount of dates right now, but we're thinking that sign is a little outdated from the information that we have received from other people saying that it should be open all the way to the top. At the top, there's a really, really awesome view. So I'm hoping we're not gonna be able to see the view because it is absolutely beautiful. It overlooks one of the, I think Lake Kiwi maybe? And it's really, really nice. So we should be able to see some sweet wildlife, maybe some like bald eagles, a whole lot of freedom on top of the mountain if we can make it.
And we might be able to see some trees out.
Might be able to see some what?
Trees look solid.
Yeah, I see a lot of trees right now.
Yeah.
That's just nice right there.
It's just a teeny waterfall, not the big one.
Yeah, it's nice though. Another pretty nice waterfall. Are we stopping? I don't know what's happening here. Maybe just some pictures for the gram. This whole trail that we're going on, we probably won't even need four-wheel drive the whole time. Like I said, there's a couple spots that, you know, potentially we might, but most likely not. So far, we're not in four-wheel drive. I'm pretty sure Kyle in the Jeep isn't in four-wheel drive. Although, Kyle, I do see you hitting all those mud puddles back there on purpose. Got that Jeep life, I know what that's about. Actually, I don't know what that's about, but I know what Delica life's about. And right now, it's about finding out the limits of the Delica. But I don't think we're gonna even have to test the limits on this road. This seems like a pretty easy drive so far. Spots that are a little bit kind of sketchy, just some like tall hills going up. Hopefully the GoPro's been able to capture it. Just spinning tires going up tall hills. The Delica doesn't have a whole lot of power. It's kind of like Kyle was describing his Jeep, saying that they really got to, you know, kind of floor it up some of these hills, and that's how it is, you know. The Ram in front of us, he's got the 5.7 liter V8, so he can just, you know, gun it any time and kind of get some speed. But like, I have to go get some speed going down the hill and just kind of fly up the hill. And the Delica, the way it sits with the wheels right under us, like it just starts bouncing back and forth, and it's pretty funny. Gas here, getting up these hills. Woo. Real four-wheel drive people are probably looking at this like, you big baby. Oh, I should get a picture here of the Delica. We're not all the way to the top yet, but what a beautiful view looking down back at the lake. Getting a lot cooler up here. Somebody had a fire. Absolutely beautiful view looking back down at the lake. Delica is pretty awesome because it has all these little gadgets and stuff. The altimeter right here, it's actually moving too. It has moved since we've been going. I wasn't sure if it worked before because I mean, I pretty much have only driven it at just a little bit above sea level, I guess. But we also have, I don't even know what they call that. Like, I want to say it would be something like a levelometer, but I have no idea what the word is. But basically, you know, it's like a level, like if you're hanging a picture on the wall or something, and that thing is just going back and forth, back and forth. And it seems like something you would kind of need in a Delica too, since like, you know, it's such a tall car with a short wheelbase, and you got to be a little bit concerned about flipping it and things like that. But as long as you're a smart driver and you floor it up these hills. we have made it to the top. There was just a couple dune buggies here. I wish I had gotten that on video. I think that would be super fun on this kind of stuff because, you know, the terrain's not too bad and the dune buggies can fly through this kind of stuff. No problems from the Jeep, the Delica, or the Ram, no. The Delica, the biggest thing was just like going over like the big humps. The Delica just like wants to go like that. It feels like it just wants to fly over on its front end, but it's fine as long as you're not, you know, coming down through here at 60 miles an hour. Check out the view, Mace.
We've already been here.
That's incredible, isn't it?
Mason's in first place.
Looks like you're in third place. Ooh. Think Call Ball and Hope Ball beat you. Yep. Got beat by the balls. What do you think about that view?
It's nice.
It is nice. Peaceful lake in the mountains.
Well, you spent like 2 hours and a half getting here.
Okay, what would have you been doing?
Probably still on playing.
Yeah, sometimes it's good to get out in the woods and the mountains though, isn't it? To see cool views. Just half a bag of Funyuns.
Not half.
Pretty much.
Right, almost all.
Oh.
I'm kind of scared, so thank you for holding my hand.
Yeah, just go to the close edge of this rock. That's good. Because if you get to the edge of that rock, you go way down to not that far.
Why would they call this jumping off rock? Like you can't jump into the
Like
lake
how
from
down?
it.
Hey, sir.
No, sir.
Well, I don't want you getting close, just in case. Because kids all the time are tripping around up here. It's not that far. Here, hold this camera. Hold this camera. I got him. Hold this camera.
You don't trust me?
Come here. See?
Yeah, that's a long drop.
It's not too far to that next rock, but if you hit that next rock and then fall off to the next rock and then keep falling and falling and falling.
That's when you probably die.
Probably. Up here, one of the most peaceful spots has turned into a game of tag, thanks to Mason. And now he's it. Ah. But it is absolutely beautiful up here. It's like when old people take selfies. Really taking a video. Whoa, Cowboy, you got that auto start?
Oh yeah.
Fancy.
Things from Canada.
Fancy. What are you doing?
Oh yeah, I'm forgetting something.
You're gonna ride with them? Can you do that?
I need the iPad. I'm gonna have to ask them that first. I need the iPad.
And you need your car seat. The sunset ended up being a little too cloudy, not too much of a sunset worth videoing or taking too many pictures of, so we're gonna start heading down the mountain. So hopefully it's not pitch black dark by the time we get down. But Mason has decided to ride with his GG and G-Daddy on the way back. But hopefully a nice safe trip back down the mountain with no issues. Honestly, the most technical part of this whole journey is probably this little path right here, because it's trees down, you're kind of crooked, and in the Delica, you know, it's just so top heavy, you gotta be careful not to flip it, but no issues whatsoever. This is a very, very easy, very moderate off-roading spot. I don't even know if I would consider it off-roading with the gravel and everything. But man, the Delica really lights up with those fog lights in the front. Kind of hope it gets darker. Getting pretty dark out, as you guys can see. Not a whole lot of action happening. I mean, it's a bunch of hills up and down. Kind of coming back down, it's a little bit quicker paced. My dad in the truck in front of us is definitely a little bit quicker than us. I think he probably doesn't realize how fast he's going. I think in a 26, 27-year-old Delica with a short little wheelbase, I think you're definitely gonna feel the speed a little bit more. I feel like a rally driver coming down through here in a Evo 4. But this thing definitely out-handles an Evo 4 up here.
Yeah, okay.
The lights definitely do work good. I love that it has projector headlights. Not many things from that time period had projector headlights, it seems like. And it's really cool to have it on this van. And then plus the 2 giant yellow fog lights in the middle definitely illuminate these trails at night. This is really getting me the 4-wheel drive Delica bug. I really want to do some more of this. Kind of makes me hope that it doesn't sell right away. I needed to sell right away to keep the inventory going, but man, this thing is super fun to drive through these little mountainy dirt roads. Back on paved road now. The Delica's got some nice bright lights. There's the low beams and then boom, high beams. It really does light up the road really well. The high beams plus the, what do you call it, the fog lights. Maximum lightage. Wouldn't you say, Megan?
Yes.
Thanks, Megan, for the feedback.
Hey, good, how are you?
In the drive-thru. Sometimes people notice, sometimes people don't even notice. She seems to not notice. It's kind of funny going through drive-thrus. I get a lot of funny comments in all the cars. And then sometimes people just don't even notice. Oh, get out of the way.
I wanna. Thank you.
Focus on my dad. Hey, Dad. They what?
Maybe they just made it.
That was a big anthill. I don't know if I've seen an anthill that big before. That tall. It's been a while. Zoom on in on it.
Some hard-working
Zoom on in. They are hard-working ants. Back at the house, all done with dinner, full of my tummy. Had a great time at the horse pasture today. Take a look. This is the Dodge Ram that was following in front of us, my dad's truck. And it looks so dirty. You can tell like he's been on some trails doing some off-roading. And now it's a little dark outside. But look, you can't see anything on the Delica. I guess the mud flaps really help out. That's probably the big deciding factor here. You can see there's some dirt on the mud flaps, but there's nothing on the side of this Delica. Absolutely clean. I mean, you want to talk about absolutely clean. Let's look at the 180 though. I did drive it, or Jesse drove it to Cars and Coffee yesterday. I drove it out to lunch today, but dang. Who wants a 180 with 30,000 kilometers on it? They're 30,000 miles, like 40-something thousand kilometers. Original, one owner. Who was it that was in the comments hating on this? Somebody tried to say this wasn't a one-owner car. Let's talk about this for just a second real quick. So say, this is my dad's truck. He bought this brand new, but he bought it from a dealership. Was the dealership the first owner, or is my dad the first owner? Because, I mean, brand new truck when he bought it, but this person's logic who commented in the comments said that, oh, well, you know, the Japanese guy was the first owner, and then Garage Defend would have been the second owner, and I would be the third owner. Well, first of all, Garage Defend never owned this car. Even if Garage Defend did own this car, they are a dealer. I might not have my dealer's license yet, but I am basically a dealer. You see a Delica, you see a GTO, that's what I'm doing. I'm working on getting my dealer's license. I'm working on getting the shop set up and everything. So technically, wouldn't this still be a one-owner car? I know I'm going on a little bit of a weird rant here, but come on. This is a one-owner car. One Japanese owner bought this in 1994, and here it sits in the States. I would be, I guess, technically the second owner if you really want to get super technical with it, but I'm also a dealer basically, so really it's still a one-owner car. It's got one Japanese owner. I'm the first American owner, and I bought the car specifically to resell it, even though I absolutely love this car. And if it doesn't sell, that's fine with me. I will love driving this car around, but I do need the funds. I do need to free up some funds by selling these cars to purchase more cars to keep the dealership going. But still, I consider this a one-owner car. Whew. Anyways, after all that, a little out of breath. But the Delica did absolutely awesome today up on the horse pasture, going up the mountain, absolutely awesome, no issues. Never even put it in four-wheel drive. The tires spun a little bit going up some hills, but seriously no issues. And Kyle, the guy with the Jeep, and his wife, Hope, we're probably gonna do some more off-roading in the near future, as long as the Delica doesn't sell in the near future, which is kind of weird. I'm like,
you know, obviously I hope it sells so I can make money, but it's also like, I hope it doesn't sell so I can enjoy it. It's just like this weird happening. Whew. Also got a little bit of indigestion after all that Long John Silver's. Lots of vinegar, ketchup, and fish. Oh man, haven't had that in probably like 10 years, honestly. But we're gonna do some more off-roading in the Delica as long as it doesn't sell. And we're gonna go to some more, a little more technical off-roading, because I know like we went up that gravel dirt road and it really wasn't anything like a true 4x4 off-roading experience, because we didn't even get out of two-wheel drive. The truck, the Jeep, nor the Delica hit four-wheel drive, so it was really easy, to be honest. But man, the Delica is so much fun. I seriously am 100% in love with that thing. And I know whoever buys it will be 100% in love. And I know if that one does sell, it's not the only Delica I'm gonna own. I'll buy another Delica for sure. These things are amazing vehicles. But I'm not gonna drag this out anymore and crush on my Delica and end up making love to my Delica on video. So I will see you guys in the next video. As always, thanks for watching.